What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the K Corner, where today we're going to be looking at ATEEZ or ATEEZ, depending how you want to say it, but I heard that ATEEZ is actually correct, but also that NCTU also released a video, but for today we're actually going to be looking at the reel. I saw the trailer already. I was really excited about the entire MV, and that is what we're going to be looking at first. So guys, stay tuned and let's go right into the video. Please subscribe. Man, it actually was a little while ago since I looked at ATEEZ, so let's go jump into it. Man, I'm really excited actually because I really liked the trailer. Of course, I saw some things I didn't like, but maybe there are going to be things that I do like more in the MV and that they're going to explain a little bit. Okay, we saw the high school vibe already as well there. Man, this beat is really fresh. Like, I've not heard a beat like this yet in K-pop. Maybe you guys have, but for me this is still quite new territory. But this is fresh. Like this, I can imagine actually be played actually in clubs because it reminds me a little bit of DJ Snake with Get Low, for example. Do 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 do. Very cool. Really nice. Let's go back again a little bit. I just want to say why I think this is actually nice. What I think is great about it is that it's taking its time at the very beginning to introduce the high school, but then you also have this, what I don't know again what it says, but I think it says we're back again or something like that, and then it jumps basically into showing all the different members, which I think is great. Again, it's always important to remember there are some people that have never seen this MV yet, so it's nice to introduce them. But this is really cool. This is what we call style. Okay, they're going for some trap sound. Okay, let's analyze this actually. So I'm curious how they did it with the chairs going everywhere, but most likely this is all strings and they added them all away. So they're just pulling the items away, and yeah, you cannot see the strings because, hey, that's done in post. But it looks really good though. Like, it looks very, yeah, because it's a practical effect. Practical effects always look much better than fake effects. So this scene I already touched point on basically when I was talking about the trailer. So I don't know what he's trying to represent, but it seems like he's more of a holy figure, maybe like the god of the high school or something, you know, the main guy. But what I like about it is that they don't only have him dressed up as he is a god, but also that you have this blooming effect as if he's in heaven, you know, that god-like persona is also part in the video. Really nice. You know, it's very interesting, by the way. So these items are from Louis Vuitton. I went to Louis Vuitton stores, you know, enough times, but I've never seen these items. Like, I don't even know where to get them. Like, they are so cool to have, but I don't know where you can buy them. Okay, I want to comment on something that I noticed. I need to... Okay, it makes sense because I'm looking at the text, you know, like lower your pants more. A little bit cheeky, but that's totally okay. But what I like about it as well, he's not just looking at the camera, he's looking away as if he's looking at someone else. Really clever actually, because normally in most cases they'll say it while looking at the camera, but in this case, he's actually saying it as if he's saying it to someone who's below him. Really nice. Hold up, can I just check that out? That's a bit of a weird effect going on through his ear. Do you guys see it? Like a little bit of a ripple effect here, as if the curtain in the background is causing it, but I don't know why it's also on his ear. Could it be because it's in a green screen, or like to be honest, you know, the background could be a green screen, but it's weird that it's in his hair here. That's a little bit awkward. There we go. I always look forward to the main part. Let's see if the choreography is actually part of the MV or not, because I love choreography. Okay, I just want to say that You know, I know this is lip sync, and they recorded this part outside of the studio, you know, outside of this MV, but it's a little bit mismatching because the way he says it, it doesn't come over as if I could hear what he's saying from that distance. So maybe they should have played with the sound effect a little bit, maybe add a little bit of an echo to it or something, you know, to make it feel as if it's in the environment. But this just seems 100% recorded in the studio. Ah, cool. Very nice. I mean, it's very nice as well that between the different characters being in their own zones, they also do the choreography according to their own zones. That's really creative because normally you would see the entire group together, but this is nice. I'm also a really big fan of this 360 shot as if someone is sitting in the middle and then they're dancing around him to show, you know, what it's all about. It's really creative, actually. It's not just that you see them from the front, you also see them from the back that you don't really often see in K-pop MVs. Normally you always see the choreographies from the front, but here you see it from a 360 perspective. Really creative. And then they also have a wind blower here to blow some wind and the papers flying around everywhere. Again, it's not about creating an amazing effect, but it just adds another element to the MV that makes it so much nicer to look at. You know, there are some points that are, you know, moving around. And on top of that, it's nice that they have all these extras here as well. It just fills up the scene. I can imagine this scene being quite boring if there were no other people there. Very nice camera movements. Very much in your face. Wow, that was also really nice. Man, some of these effects are really cool. Like, they're not like super hard to pull off, but it's just that the detail is there, you know, that they said like, okay, we want to have these particular shots. I mean, look at it. So you basically have him punching in, and then in post they have it editing with a bit of an effect that it's going to zoom into his punch. Boom. Zooms in a little bit. Very nice. And you can see that it's not even in focus. So he's really just banging it in, and it's all manually focused. Really hard to pull off actually in an MV, but really cool. And look at this. That's what you call a god status. Very cool. It really just seems as if, you know, from the beginning of the MV, and you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong about it. I'm trying to look at the MV, but also look at the lyrics a little bit. But at the beginning, it seemed as if they were the bullies somehow. Like, it came over quite rough. But now it just seems as if, like, hey, you know, you shouldn't be doing these things. You know, be real, be yourself, and everything will be super cool. You know, at university, it seems as if they're the saviors of this university instead. You know, the peacekeepers, if I can say so. Especially with the doves here, you know, all these small little symbolisms. For example, here, the dove, it means peace, it means love, it means harmony. Really nice. Look at this. And they most likely did this all through the, everyone is basically green screened individually. But look at the cat. Like, why is the cat there? There must be a reason why there is a cat there. Is it because he's part of the MV? Is it because, what is it, guys? You must know. Because I bet it's someone's cat, actually. Really nice. Put together all the different layers. Really nice. Oh, finally. Now we're going to see all the choreography with all of them together. Man, I love this. The choreography is awesome, but I also love the sets. The sets are just in real locations, and they look really beautiful. I mean, they look rough. They look as if they're trying to showcase something. They're trying to showcase what it's all about, and it fits the nature. It feels very industrial, but in a good way. Very nice. Very nice choreography. Again, we don't only just see the choreography from one angle, we see it from three angles here. So you have it from this angle, you have it from this angle, and of course still in the middle. Very, very nice. And it looks really good. That's a real true statement. Like, you know, watch your mouth as soon as you mature. It's true. You know, you cannot say things anymore the older you get. Beautiful location. Okay, before we go into it further, can we just give them credit to where they're actually filming. I mean, we saw this, for example, being green screen. Let's go back to it again. This part is green screen. I'm not a big fan of this fading effect. I already saw this as well with Backdoor and New Kids. But Stray Kids, sorry. I didn't like this. But this is green screen again, what we just saw with the bit of cloudy effect or whatever it was in the background. But this is beautiful to look at. Look how wide this angle is, and look at all the materials, all the structures. Everything is just very nice to look at. Much nicer than any studio. Nice. Good CGI ball, but it looks good. And he actually threw it. I thought it was just coming out of nowhere. I actually start to understand it a little bit more now by understanding the MV. Again, I pay attention more to the MV because I believe that an MV should tell a story. It just seems as if it's the 3 different groups in university being against each other. But I like that they actually split the ATEEZ members between them, and everyone is their own leader, which is really nice actually. Very nice. Really, really cool. I mean, you have to remember, this is all shot in a real location and it just looks fantastic. I mean, look at the CGI work that they put into it. It looks real because they put a bigger budget into it because they went away from studios, which makes it a bit cheaper. But from the money they saved, they put it in some good CGI. Really nice. Man, this really could just be a really cool start to a K-drama. No, like, can you imagine this as a trailer to a new Netflix series from Korea? Man, I would be excited to see it. It is full of tension. Very nice on the effect. Again, you know, I don't say this too often, but you know, in the past, I always mentioned the softening on the faces. Look at the beautiful detail on the skin. They actually kept it very natural because their skin is great. Look at the pores on the nose. What else do you want to see? This makes me happy. This makes me happy. Okay. A bit of an interesting way of acting, you know, as if you're like, okay, I need to pretend I'm cool now. Who is this? The vice president of the university, of the school? Okay. Very cool. Very nice. Very cool. And I love as well that even though the beat is very slow, they slowed the beat is quite quick actually, but they slowed everything down. Very, very nice what they did here. Great mix. And now they're all dressed up like this again. Again, it just seems as if it's the imagination of the people, and then all of a sudden we're back in reality because they're wearing their school uniforms. But I love what they're trying to resemble here. I love that what they're trying to reach out to here. And also on the top of it, can we just give them credit to actually allowing everyone here to show their face, having a good time, and all trying to look at the camera like they had a fun time. Like, look at everyone just smiling here. Really nice. They're all just happy. Well, at the end, I do want to say something. Do you guys notice that little turn, that little like 10-degree turn all of a sudden? If it was me, I would say, okay, that is a bit of a mistake. And you can see this is a gimbal because you can see that the person all of a sudden turned a little bit and took a little bit while for the gimbal to reset itself straight like here. It's fine, I would say. It keeps it all very natural, but maybe next time just walk straight for a longer period of time, you know, until you notice that the scene is actually over. Man, this was a really good MV. Like, oh my god, this is a great way to end the year. Like, this makes me really happy. I'm a real big fan of Trap itself. You know, I love the theme, I love the type of music, and they really did a good job with the MV, the choreography, and the song, and all the other extras. Like, really, I have nothing to complain about. I mean, of course, at the end we saw that little bit of a problem, you know, with all of a sudden the camera turned accidentally. You know, they could have maybe edited this way, or maybe redone the shot again, because it was nothing more than them bowing down and one person saying something and walking backwards. Maybe they could have redone it. No idea what happened there, but it's totally fine. You know, it keeps it a little bit natural. It shows that nothing has to be 100% perfect. But guys, what is really great about this MV, it makes me want to be excited for ATEEZ more. I really love that you can actually see a good storyline here. You see the power, you see the fun, you see the energy from all the members, the different sides, the different everything. It is just fantastic to look at, and man, I really loved it. The camera work is spot on, the locations are beautiful, they're dynamic, they're very unique, and they're also very engaging, because it makes you think like, damn, I want to be there myself, I want to film there myself, I want to walk there myself. Hey, maybe you guys want to study there yourself. I don't really know about you guys, but for me, it's a beautiful amount of locations, and real locations are 1,000 times better. And also, I just want to say that when it comes to the CGI, my, you know, I don't know who was in part of the CGI team, but it's just beautiful how they made the real location with the artificial clouds all of a sudden and the lightning. Man, the power was great. They really knew what they were doing, and they really made sure that all the effects were according to the speed of the beat and the speed of the MV and how the story was progressing. Really good, and I can't complain about that. But yeah, guys, now the big question is, what do you actually think of this MV? Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Do you enjoy my analysis? Do you not? If no, what did I do wrong? And of course, tell me what you think about that cat. Who is that cat belong to? And of course, put your recommendations of what MV you want me to look at next. It could be from ATEEZ, it could not be. Just tell me what you want me to look at, and it's going to be a fun time. And of course, if you do enjoy what you see right now, just make sure you hit that like button. Make sure to join the community by hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next MV with NCTU. So I'll catch you then, and stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good day.